Did you know that some of the most expensive products you see online, luxury cars, designer bags, and cutting-edge tech, arrived on the influencer's doorstep completely unsolicited, disguised as a generous gesture? What if I told you that this gift is actually the start of a dangerous, calculated commercial transaction? Welcome to Legacy Archives. We explore the powerful strategies used by industrial giants to shape our modern society. Today, we are deep diving into the world of influencer gifting culture, revealing how powerful corporations use expensive, free products to buy silent endorsement and bypass traditional advertising disclosure. This system is far less charitable than it seems, and by the end of this video, you will understand the hidden economy that truly fuels modern digital promotion. Let's start with the illusion. We all see the perfect unboxing videos. The creator seems genuinely shocked and grateful that a large company simply sent them a five-figure item. But in the high-stakes world of corporate marketing, nothing is truly free. The practice of gifting is essentially product seeding, a targeted method where high-value items are sent to specific online personalities who have massive influence over niche markets. The brands are not hoping for a review, they are expecting one. This subtle approach moves beyond simple product placement. It creates a perceived authenticity for the consumer, suggesting the influencer genuinely uses and loves the product, rather than being formally paid to promote it. The intent, however, is purely commercial. So, why do major brands opt for gifting over traditional, straightforward advertising? It boils down to a higher return on investment, or ROI. Traditional advertising, like TV commercials or banner ads, is costly, disruptive, and often ignored by consumers. Influencer gifting, on the other hand, is a masterclass in stealth marketing. When a brand sends a product, the resulting endorsement feels organic and authentic to the audience, especially compared to a scripted ad. This implied endorsement is gold for corporations. It allows powerful brands to subtly infiltrate consumer conversations and decision-making processes without the baggage of mandatory, expensive disclosures required in formal partnerships. Consider this. A formal collaboration requires expensive contracts, legal review, and strict disclosure statements. Gifting avoids all that complexity. The brand simply sends the product. If the influencer posts about it, the brand has achieved its goal, a free advertisement that looks like a genuine recommendation. For large corporations with massive product budgets, sacrificing inventory is far cheaper and more effective than paying millions for advertising space that lacks authenticity. It's a smart, yet questionable, way for corporate power to gain consumer trust through the mouthpiece of digital creators. Although no physical cash changes hands initially, the gift establishes a significant unwritten professional debt. This is the crucial aspect of the gifting economy. When an influencer accepts a high-value item, there is a clear yet unspoken expectation: positive coverage. The corporation expects the product to be featured prominently, reviewed favorably, and used consistently in future content. This creates a powerful relationship of soft reciprocity. The influencer is now financially invested in maintaining access to this exclusive flow of luxury goods. They rely on these gifts as a valuable tax-free income stream. But here's the thing that makes this system inherently flawed: the fear of critical feedback. Imagine receiving a $5,000 watch and finding a minor flaw. If you mention it, you risk offending the corporate entity that provided it. And if you provide negative coverage, the flow of future high-value gifts, which might include invites to exclusive events or first access to new products, will almost certainly stop. This subtle, sustained pressure governs the influencer's editorial decisions, forcing them to turn independent reviews into glowing PR announcements. It's a quiet form of corporate control. To truly grasp the scale of this spending, we must look at specific industries. In high fashion, it's routine for luxury houses to send influencers designer bags and full seasonal collections worth tens of thousands of dollars. The automotive industry gifts expensive vehicles for long-term review. And in premium electronics, limited edition tech often goes directly to creators, bypassing traditional media entirely. These high-value items underscore a critical point. Corporations are willing to spend massive amounts on inventory to secure subtle, unquestioning endorsement from powerful online voices. This isn't just sending a freebie shirt. This is corporate finance at play, designed to replace genuine editorial scrutiny. For generations, journalists were the gatekeepers of product reviews. they maintained independence by purchasing products or borrowing samples with strict return policies. Gifting culture has effectively eroded this system. Corporations realized it's much easier to control the narrative by giving the item outright to a digital personality who relies on their continued access rather than dealing with skeptical, professional journalists. This move has allowed corporations to effectively buy consumer attention. If you are finding this deep dive into corporate strategies valuable, please hit that subscribe button and join the Legacy Archives community for more business analysis. Now, let's consider the perspective of the creators themselves. They face a relentless conflict, maintaining the authenticity and trust of their audience, which is their primary asset, while simultaneously satisfying the demands, spoken or unspoken, of the corporate entities providing their income. This balancing act is incredibly stressful. How do you remain genuine when the quality of your content, and therefore your income potential, depends on praising the product? It's a fundamental ethical challenge that puts immense pressure on editorial independence. The outcome is clear. The influencer's fear of losing access overrides their critical judgment. This system effectively limits their editorial control. If they are overly critical, they are removed from the gifting list. Therefore, independent reviews slowly transform into carefully constructed public relations announcements. The audience thinks they are receiving honest feedback, but they are often just seeing another step in a calculated promotional pipeline. This transformation degrades the quality of digital media for everyone. The core ethical failure of gifting culture lies in transparency. When an incentive, like a $10,000 product, is given and not clearly disclosed, the line between genuine opinion and paid advertising vanishes. Consumers watch these videos believing they are hearing an unbiased take, when they are actually witnessing content created under a significant commercial obligation. This lack of clarity is deeply problematic for consumer protection. The incentive provided by the gift, the equivalent of receiving payment, must be made transparent so the consumer can accurately judge the review's bias. When consumers realize they have been fooled by undisclosed promotion, it doesn't just damage the reputation of the individual influencer, it damages public trust in the entire ecosystem of digital media. If every favorite product or must-have item is seen as potentially being purchased by corporate interests, the audience becomes cynical and distrustful of all online recommendations. Full transparency is not just an ethical preference, it is essential for maintaining a healthy and trustworthy digital marketplace. Wait until you hear how corporations categorize these free products internally. It reveals the true cost of the strategy. For Legacy Archives viewers, the financial maneuvering behind this strategy is fascinating. To the influencer, the product is free. But for a multinational corporation, it represents a substantial, calculated outlay. How do they account for hundreds of thousands of dollars in gifted inventory? Generally, these items are categorized as marketing expenses or PR/promotional costs. This means the company treats the cost of the product not as a loss, but as an investment aimed at generating higher future sales. This confirms that, internally, the gifting program is treated exactly like paid advertising, just with a much less transparent execution. The goal here is simple: maximize reach while minimizing the appearance of corporate involvement. By classifying products as samples or marketing costs, companies legally manage their tax liabilities while achieving massive promotional impact. Every dollar spent on a gifted watch or car is tracked as an investment designed to generate significant revenue later. This is not generosity. This is advanced corporate strategy, utilizing inventory as currency to bypass scrutiny and increase market share. Understanding the finance behind the gift clarifies the entire commercial intent. Recognizing the financial value and the potential for consumer deception, governments are finally stepping in. Regulatory bodies worldwide are working to clarify that high-value gifts must be treated as a commercial relationship, requiring mandatory disclosure. In the US, the Federal Trade Commission, or FTC, explicitly states that if an influencer receives anything of value, including gifts, it must be clearly disclosed to the audience. Similar authorities across Europe are enforcing rules that treat product seeding as payment in kind, putting pressure on both corporations and creators to be transparent. These regulatory actions aim to remove the gray area. The gift is now legally viewed as a form of non-monetary compensation. The legal consequence for both the company and the influencer for failing to disclose this relationship can include significant fines. This shift is forcing corporations to integrate gifting into their formal marketing processes, eliminating highlighting the plausible deniability that made this strategy so attractive in the first place. The age of truly free high-value products without obligation is coming to an end. Ultimately, this culture is fundamentally about power and access. The system inherently favors large corporations that possess the vast financial resources needed to give away thousands of dollars worth of inventory. This practice ensures that established brands dominate the digital conversation, pushing out smaller, innovative startups, or, more importantly, silencing critics. If a small creator offers an honest critique, they gain no access to future resources. If a major influencer consistently praises established brands, they are rewarded with endless flow. This demonstrates how corporate wealth can effectively control and shape consumer trends in the digital sphere. By showering the most visible creators with products, established brands solidify their market position. They ensure that when consumers search for reviews, they only find voices that have been softened by corporate generosity. This practice is a profound example of how wealth is used not just to advertise, but to control the flow of information and maintain dominance in a competitive landscape. Let me know in the comments below what you think the most expensive item an influencer has received without disclosure might be. We have explored the tension between corporate marketing ambition and the essential need for consumer trust. The lasting legacy of gifting culture is the creation of a powerful yet ethically shaky system where the product itself functions as currency, buying soft endorsement. The future of digital promotion requires stricter adherence to transparency from both creators and the corporations that fund them. Consumers also need better education to recognize when they are watching an advertisement disguised as a review. To preserve honest reviewing practices, we must demand clarity. If a product was gifted, that fact must be clearly and consistently stated. We hope this deep dive has given you a clearer understanding of the hidden costs behind modern digital content. If you found this analysis insightful, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Legacy Archives for more explorations into business power, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next corporate deep dive. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next investigation.